If everything was good all the time, we wouldn't appreciate it. We would quickly get used to it. We're good at getting used to things. And then the slightest little thing would make us feel bad. Hey, welcome back. Derek here. I am somebody who sees the world through the lens of meaningful living. And so that's what we do here on this channel. We take a look at music and poems and other forms of art through the lens of meaningful living. And in my professional life, I talk about money's role in a meaningful life. So you can check that out at meaning.blog if you want to. I'm here checking out Dax again. Life, I think, if I'm not mistaken, Life is from the album What is Life? And I've been going through that album. And I don't think I got to this one yet. So there are some songs that I've reacted to just the audio. And before I could react to the audio to this, he put out a video. So Life from Dax off the album What is Life? Let's jump in.
This life gets real hard and sometimes you may feel you're out of place. You may think there's time, then blink and find it's gone and you can't waste. You gotta take a hold, embrace it, close your eyes and walk by faith and go today. Don't wait, go today. Don't wait, go today. Life is crazy, it could switch up in a second. School of hard knocks taught me how to deal with my aggression. I was never one to cry, my face was blank with no expression. Had to keep a strong face, go to war with my depression. I was hurting inside, battling with my faith, but God ain't never gave me nothing I can overtake. He put me in position to get stronger through the pain, to appreciate the sun after the rain. We gotta remind that it gets better with time, and we got one life to live, and it's guaranteed that we die. So when we open our eyes and take a look in the sky, just be thankful and conquer the day. Yeah. This life gets real hard, and sometimes you may feel you're out of place. You may think there's time, then blink and find it's gone and you can't waste. You gotta take a hold, embrace it, close your eyes and walk by faith and go today. Don't wait, go today. Don't wait, go today. Go today, don't wait for tomorrow. It isn't promised all the time, you got borrowed. Don't live your life for other people, don't bottle your emotions till they crack and fill a cup with your sorrows. Take your mind and refocus, go get a paper, write your goals out, throw your middle fingers at all your haters. Add some hard work and on top of it, mixing consistent prayer. Say you're never gonna quit, sayonara and see you later. Cause I gotta remind that we not meant to survive, we meant to live in the moment and make the best of our lives. So when we open our eyes and take a look in the sky, just be thankful and conquer the day. Yeah. This life gets real hard and sometimes you may feel you're out of place. You may think there's time, then blink and find it's gone and you can't waste. You gotta take a hold, embrace it, close your eyes and walk by faith and go today. Don't wait, go today. Don't wait, go today.
I like that song. It's only 2 minutes long, but it's packed. And I've said this before, if you've seen any other Dax reactions, he doesn't waste space. There's no filler in his stuff. So I didn't mention this before, but often, especially with heavier, more philosophical music, I go through one pass, especially with independent artists, where I don't have to necessarily worry about copyright infringements. But I want to just let the song hit me and see what happens. And then we go through a second time with commentary, with questions, with what might he mean, things that I want to make sure that we get, as listeners. So let's go through another time. You don't have to. If you don't want to, that's fine. I'll see you here next time. But if you are, let's go back and check out Life again from Dax. Here we go. And in fact, I'm going to pull up the lyrics.
This life gets real hard and sometimes you may feel you're out of place. You may think there's time, then blink and find it's gone and you can't waste.
I mean, come on. This is 2 lines. And he's hitting us right there. So, life gets hard and sometimes you feel like you're out of place. So what he's talking about here is the human condition. That is going to weave its way throughout this song. The human condition is, if you can find it. Now, this might not be the thing to do if you're really down in the pits, but if you can find a place to be grateful that you are here, that you exist. You know, you're lucky enough to have a life. And if you think about all the things that had to happen for you to be born, that can be awe-inspiring. And now that you're here, you get to have a life. But what does it mean to have a life? And that's what his song is called, Life. Because what does it mean to have a life? So sometimes it's going to be hard. Sometimes you're not going to feel like you belong. But that's okay. And he comes back to this later on. You know, so, you know, this is foreshadowing here. But, you know, if the storm makes you appreciate the sun. He says something to that effect later. And then you might think that there's time, and then blink, it's gone. And you can't waste. So this is heavy. The Stoics, the ancient Stoics, talk about a last time meditation, basically thinking about everything that you do will eventually be done for the last time. And of course, this doesn't need to be existential. I mean, it's true that at some point everything that you do will be done for the last time because you're going to die. But if you're a parent, for example, when was the last time that you picked up your kid and held him or her above your head? Or when was the last time you changed a diaper or got up in the middle of the night? You know, things that you thought were just things you didn't want to do. But now you don't do them anymore. You don't get to do them anymore. When was the last time you went skiing or the last time you went on a camping trip? You know, everything that you do will be done for the last time. There's probably a friend that you know from 10 years ago. And there was a last conversation. There was a last word that you spoke to that friend. So everything will be done for a last time. And what tricks us, what really hits us in the head, is when that person, say, passes away and I didn't get to speak my mind. I didn't get to say my piece. I didn't get to say what was on my mind. So here's what he says. We think that there's still time, and then there isn't necessarily time. So don't leave things unsaid. 2 lines, and I went off on a rant.
You gotta take a hold, embrace it, close your eyes and walk by faith and go today. Don't wait, go today. Don't wait, go today. Life is crazy, it could switch up in a second. School of hard knocks taught me how to deal with my aggression. I was never one to cry, my face was blank with no expression. Had to keep a strong face, go to war with my depression.
And this is what he talks about in To Be a Man. You know, not really expressing yourself, not being able to say what's on your mind, not being able to say you had a bad day, not being able to say things, having to keep a strong face, right? Keeping a blank expression, and this has made it be a good time to talk about capital S Stoicism, the philosophy of life, where you learn, you train yourself, and this isn't something that you can do overnight. You train yourself to be less bothered by things that don't matter, and even less angry by things that do matter. You know, the mindset being getting upset is going to make me less likely to solve this problem. I don't have to like this, but I do need to figure out how to solve this problem. So training yourself to become less angry. That is not the same as how most people use the word stoic. He's being stoic means, right here, I never cry because I have to keep no expression on my face. Being a stoic does not mean having emotions and pretending you don't. That's a recipe for disaster.
I was hurting inside, battling with my faith, but God ain't never gave me nothing I can overtake. He put me in position to get stronger through the pain, to appreciate the sun after the rain. We gotta remind that it gets better with time.
What's going on?
We got one life to live, and it's guaranteed that we die. So when we
Hold on a second.
I was hurting inside, battling with my faith, but God ain't never gave me nothing I can overtake. He put me in position to get stronger through the pain, to appreciate the sun after the rain.
Appreciate the sun after the rain.
It gets better with time, and we got one life to live, and it's guaranteed that we die. So when we
Yeah, I forgot that he said that. So appreciate the sun after the rain. So this is the thing. The good times, if everything was good all the time, we wouldn't appreciate it. We would quickly get used to it. We're good at getting used to things. And then the slightest little thing would make us feel bad. It's actually the downsides that make the good sides worth it. And we get one life to live. You get to be here, and you get a few dozen trips around this star that we call a sun, and then you got to go. So we get one life to live, and it's guaranteed that we die. So open your eyes, take a look at the sky, and be grateful that you're here.
open our eyes and take a look in the sky, just be thankful to conquer the day. Yeah. This life gets real hard and sometimes you may feel you're out of place. You may think this time, then blink and find it's gone and you can't waste. You
I don't know why I just skipped them like
gotta
this.
embrace it, close your eyes and walk by faith and go today. Don't wait, go today. Don't wait, go today. Go today, don't wait for tomorrow. It isn't promised all the time, you got to borrow.
Tomorrow's not promised. It's likely, but it's not guaranteed.
Don't live your life for other people, don't bottle your emotions till they crack and fill a cup with your
Yeah,
sorrow.
so he said that already. Don't bottle up your emotions because eventually they're going to explode. Don't live your life for other people. That's the number one regret people have is they live a life that they thought they were supposed to live instead of one that they wanted to live.
Get a paper, write your goals out, throw your middle fingers at all your haters. Add some hard work and on top of it, mixing consistent prayer. Say you're never gonna quit, sayonara and see you later.
This is so smooth though.
We not meant to survive, we meant to live in the moment and make the best of our lives. So
We're not meant to survive. You don't want to just survive. In fact, in my professional life, I tell this to people. You could probably sell everything that you own and move to a poor country and survive. You could survive in a poor country, but you don't want to just survive in a poor country. You want to do something bigger. You want to thrive. And most people never think about this. They never give themselves permission to do this. But what does thriving mean to you? Because thriving to you is going to be different for me and Dax and everybody else. And that's why we need to understand what, in my professional life, I talk about money's role in a meaningful life. And money's just a tool that helps you live a meaningful life. But what does that mean to you? What does thriving mean to you? Understand what that is. Because you shouldn't live the life through somebody else's lens.
when we open our eyes and take a look in the sky, just be thankful and conquer the day. Yeah. This life gets real hard and sometimes you may feel you're out of place. You may think this time, then blink and find it's gone and you can't waste. You gotta take a hold, embrace it, close your eyes and walk by faith and go today. Don't wait, go today. Don't wait,
Don't wait.
go today.
Don't wait, go today. Tomorrow's not guaranteed. It's likely though. So there is a play here of a present you versus future you. It is likely that there will be a future you tomorrow. It's likely that there'll be a you in 1 year. And then you can keep going down the line. It becomes less likely. It's unlikely, for example, that there'll be a future me 50 years from now, although possible. 40 year from now, future me. Okay, maybe. 30 year from now me, that probably is going to exist. 20 year from now me, probably going to exist. Now, of course, accidents can happen, and I can lose all of that time. But the point being, you need to enjoy your life today. Not at the expense of future you, though. You have to set yourself up for future present moments. Right? So that you don't want to just put every egg into today's basket because then you're destitute tomorrow. You're stealing from future you. But you don't want to, and this is really what he's hitting at. You don't want to be like Ebenezer Scrooge and put off your life until retirement, or put off your life until you're an empty nester, or put off your life until you get promoted or whatever. You don't have time for that. Live for today. So, how did you hit the song? How did you interpret it? What did I miss? What did I get right? And let me know what else I should check out. I'll see you here next time.